Starting us off at number 10, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift posts regularly to her Instagram, so it's no surprise that her fans are always in the loop with what she's up to. Back in 2015, Taylor snapped a picture of her on a boat with friends from girl group Haim. Their bathing suit candid was almost insta-ready, but Taylor decided to do a little tweaking to the photo. Not that she needs to, and maybe she shouldn't have. I'm guessing she was trying to enhance some curves or something because the final image came out looking a little wonky. In the image you can see the railing of the boat is looking kinda wavy, and I don't think that's how the boat was originally designed. Taylor fell victim to one of the most common mistakes in editing, and now it's on the internet forever. And at number 9, Britney Spears. Britney has had some Photoshop mishaps in the past. Even though she looks amazing, Britney has been seen editing the sides of her waist on a few occasions. Once in this bathroom selfie, and again poolside. Her edits aren't that bad. I mean, they're noticeable, but not as much as others on this list. But one of her pictures stands out to me as a total fail. This picture of Britney on stage with abs drawn on is almost comical. Some people think that her ab contour is just makeup, but I'm not so sure about that. If you really look at the picture, the lines are way too crisp and straight for them to just be makeup. You wouldn't be able to see the contour that well from where the picture was taken, so I'm guessing that Britney drew the checkered pattern onto her stomach in post. But you be the judge. At number 8, Justin Bieber. Do you guys remember Justin's Calvin Klein ad back in 2015? Because I sure do. My friends were all thirsting over him and his muscles. But I also remember when we found out that they photoshopped a lot of the image. In the side-by-side comparison of the before and after Photoshop images, you can see that whoever edited the photo beefed Biebs up a little bit and made his, you know, a little bigger. I mean, the ad is still a thirst trap and people were still gushing about him, but those edits made quite a difference. He went from looking like someone from my high school to looking like that hot guy in your college lectures who all the girls stare at when he walked into the room, you know? Big difference. At number 7, Kim Kardashian. Guys, she's back. This time with a sequel to Dude, Where's My Car? We're going to talk about this Photoshop fail I like to call Dude, Where's My Arm? In this 2014 photo, Kim was caught missing her right arm as she posed next to best friend Jonathan Chebin. Kim was suspected of editing her curves again, probably by cutting out the image around her waist and shaping her body. Turns out that when she cut some stuff out, she amputated a limb in the process. At first I thought, oh, maybe her arm's just behind Jonathan, but nope, it's just gone, just like that car in the last Kim K photo disaster we covered last time. Halfway through at number 5, Kris Jenner. Keeping up with the Kardashians here, we're going to bring Mama Kris Jenner into this. In a post back in 2014, Kris Jenner and chef Gordon Ramsay were spotted together promoting Kris's cookbook. Being the celebrities that they are, they posted their pictures together on their Instagrams, except Kris's image looked a little bit off compared to Gordon's. Gordon's picture has like no editing done to it, maybe a little brightening, but that's about it. But Kris's picture, well, that's a different story. She was caught smoothing the crap out of both of their faces to the point where they don't look human anymore. The smoothing done to their faces isn't nearly as bad as John Mayer's editing job, but they still look like creepy wax figures. Kris has had her share of Photoshop mishaps, but this must have been quite a shock to Gordon to see himself like that online. He almost looks approachable in this picture. In at number 4, Aubrey O'Day. Aubrey O'Day isn't fooling anyone with her edits, I'm just gonna put that out there. At first when I saw some of her edited pictures, I was like, okay, she edits her waist just like everyone else. Like, it's a dramatic change, but let me tell you, when I saw these other pictures, my jaw dropped. What happened to her face? She looks like an alien. She's looking straight out of Mars with these pictures, and we know this isn't what she looks like in real life. These pictures are a bad combination of surgery and too much Photoshop. Aubrey is so beautiful, and these pictures just aren't doing her justice. These edits make her features look so sunken in, and it's a little zombie-ish. Not too long ago, Aubrey was scrutinized for her appearance and how she looked in public. The images that the tabloids took of her were altered to make her look bad, and these Instagram posts aren't making her look much better. Aubrey, you're beautiful, don't do this to yourself. In at number 3, Phaedra Parks. Phaedra Parks is so freaking gorgeous and her Instagram is killer. But in a post from back in 2014, she wasn't exactly killing the Photoshop game. In a picture taken alongside rapper Nicki Minaj, fans were shocked to see such a big editing mistake. In the image, there was apparent evidence of altering to Phaedra's waist. I'm pretty sure she used like that pinch tool to bring her waist in, but it also warped, stretched, and blurred the image in the area that it was edited. This mistake reminds me of the Lindsay Lohan incident where she edited her butt and the door frame was like warped. Like, how did you miss this when you posted it? It's staring you right in the face. You can't tell me you didn't see this before posting it. There's no way. And at 2, Tupi Saravia. This one is by far my favorite because of how sneaky and clever it is. Imagine you're out having a picnic on the beach and you get a candid photo and oh no, something's missing. What is it? Clouds. Yes. Instagram influencer Tupi Saravia was caught photoshopping clouds into her pictures. She is so clever for doing this. The only reason she got caught though is because she was using the same clouds in her pictures. No matter where in the world she was, when she snapped a photo, those clouds were sure to be there. In an interview, she said that those clouds always looked the best to her and she didn't realize that they all looked the same until someone pointed it out. This is up there in cleverness with Madison Beer's glass pane idea, but unfortunately for both of them, they've been caught with their photoshopping because you just can't fool your fans. They will find out your tricks sooner or later. Okay, kicking things off at number 10, we have Dove Cameron. Dove Cameron is by far one of the prettiest stars out there. She has such a sweet demeanor. She looks like she would be a really nice person to hang out with. A lot of fans follow her on social media, but many of them have caught on to her edits. It seems like Dove is known to frequently edit her pictures to make her eyes look bigger. In a lot of paparazzi and red carpet photos that she re-uploads to her Instagram, she photoshops her facial features to increase the size of her eyes and make her chin look smaller, giving her more doll-like features. I mean, I'm not judging Dove by any means. Like, she can make herself look however she wants, but when you look at the original photos, like before the edit, it doesn't seem like much has changed. I know, you're probably thinking, Brie, she's still exaggerating her features. Well, yeah, but it also looks almost natural. I mean, you can for sure tell that they've been edited, but only after seeing the before picture. I don't know, she's still gorgeous no matter what, and she still looks like a glamorous Barbie doll. At number 9, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is obviously no stranger to editing her photos. Like, everyone has seen her little Facetune snafus. But you know who is new to the selfie game? Kylie's daughter Stormi. Fans caught Kylie red-handed on Instagram after posting a picture of herself posing with daughter Stormi Webster with something suspicious going on in the background of the photo. After looking at the picture more closely, it appears that Stormi's ear has been facetuned and you can see the warp in the image. Now, again, no shade, but like, why is it even necessary to facetune your kid? I mean, okay, I'd understand if she was editing the picture to like take a stain off Stormi's shirt or like edit a booger or something, but like her ear? Really? She's just a little kid and I don't think she really cares about her looks, so like, why is it necessary? Is her ear just that bad? Does it not meet Kardashian standards? I don't know. I guess since they belong to a family of beautiful influencers, you gotta start them young. Coming in at number 8, Lauren Gray. Instagram model Lauren Gray is beautiful. Period. But sometimes, even she can get caught editing her photos. In a side-by-side comparison of Lauren's pictures, you can see the difference between those that she posted herself and those that her mom posted. Now, there's not too big of a difference in the pictures, but it's very clear that Lauren edited her eyes and waist ever so slightly. Lauren's eyes seem to be bigger in the post and her waist looks smaller. If the original photos weren't out there, you really wouldn't have known that they were edited because it's a pretty seamless job. The original posts from her mom's account are still absolutely stunning, and Lauren really shouldn't feel the need to edit anything. Her mom obviously sees her as perfection, and I'm sure many of Lauren's followers do too. Coming in hot at number 7, James Charles. Sister James is always looking snatched on Instagram, but little do some fans know, he's got a little sister secret. James has been editing his photos to fix his hairline. Yep, there's just some things that makeup can't fix, and where makeup fails, Facetune comes in to pick up the pieces. Now, for the most part, James's pictures are pretty seamless, but much like many other sneaky celebs, when you see the before and after photos, it's like night and day. Just the little touch-up that James does to his hairline in the photo makes a difference. When I saw one of his pictures, I was like, oh yeah, there's James. But after seeing the edit, you're like, oh yeah, now that's James. Like, he goes from being someone who looks like James Charles to actually being the real James Charles. I guess it's after being so familiar with the way he looks online that when you see unedited pictures of him, it almost doesn't look real. Almost like the fake James is the unedited one. I mean, it's such a small fix, but it really changes the symmetry of his face. He still looks great either way though. Unless of course he has a secret twin, and the only way to tell them apart is to look at their hair. Have we been bamboozled? Nah, I'm just playing. At number 6, Madison Beer. Singer-songwriter Madison Beer frequently posts pictures for the enjoyment of her 20 million followers, but there was one instance that really caught people's eyes on Instagram. Not too long ago, Madison was caught using Photoshop in one of her pictures in a pretty clever way. We all know that the most common mistake that people make when editing their curves in a picture is accidentally warping the image around them. Well, Madison decided that she would prevent that from happening by using Photoshop to edit a glass pane away from her body in a photo. Yeah, a pretty smart idea on her part. Honestly, I would never have thought to do that, so I'll give her props. Unfortunately, her plan sort of backfired though. Instead of fans catching on to her booty pop, they saw that the edge of the glass pane sort of just disappeared at a certain point, leading them to figure out the image was altered. It was a good plan, but not so great execution. I'm guessing that either she or whoever edited the picture forgot to take out the edge of the glass from next to her leg after removing it from everywhere else. Kind of unfortunate, because if it had worked, that would have really fooled people. Halfway done at number 5, we have Lindsay Lohan. The Mean Girls star wanted to flaunt her stuff and show off her new black one piece, but in the end, the fit was the last thing people were looking at. In the photo Lindsay posted to Instagram, fans saw what was probably one of the worst editing jobs out there. The image shows off how Lilo tried to enhance her curves in the post, but ended up curving a little bit too much. In the background, you could see how the door frame she was standing next to was clearly bent out of shape due to her editing. This wasn't a small bend. Oh no. This thing was large and in charge. Like, you can't miss this thing, which begs the question, Lindsay, how did you not see this before posting? I mean, this big old boo-boo is staring you right in the face. So how did you still go ahead and post it like there was nothing wrong? Obviously fans caught on to this because, like, how could you not? And they dragged Lindsay for it. One fan called it so embarrassing, and another asked the same question as me of how she missed it. Either way, the image lives on forever on the internet, so we can always come back and have a good old chuckle at this little oopsie. Coming in at number 4, Tana Mojo. Tana. The social media influencer and new OnlyFans member is always posting to her Instagram. Candids and selfies flood her social media page, and it's safe to say that she's got it going on. But just wait until you see Tana's before and after editing photos. Tana is kind of known for being a Facetune queen, no shade, but sometimes her edits go a little too far. One example of her excessive editing comes from her red carpet photos from the People's Choice Awards back in 2019. When she posted her Getty Images paparazzi photo to her Instagram, we couldn't get over how good she looked on the red carpet. I mean, she was glimmering in that red dress with the red lip. It was everything. At least until more photos of her on the red carpet came up that were untouched. People flipped out. The amount of editing done to Tana's picture completely changed the way she looked from the real image. As someone on the internet put it, she literally changed her bone structure. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kinda true. Her face and nose look so different from the untouched pictures. So much so that it almost looks like a completely different person. Tana is still so gorgeous with or without the editing, but like, was so much Facetune really necessary? Coming in at number 3, the Stokes twins. Alan and Alex Stokes are YouTube's next big pranksters. As young influencers, obviously they have to post to their Instagram for the enjoyment of their fans. Being a pair of pretty attractive guys is almost a given fact that they're going to post some kind of thirst trap to really get our attention. Unfortunately, one of their more sexy pictures was a little more cringy than it was cute. There are actually a few things wrong with this picture, so let's just start off with the fact that they're supposed to be getting rained on in the image, but their hair isn't wet in the slightest. It's almost like they're in the Teen Beach movie where their hair can't get wet because they're inside of a movie musical. The only way that this is possible is if we're in a simulation. Can be possible, but that's besides the point. The other thing wrong with this picture is that if you look at their abs, you can tell that they're the same. And I don't mean because they're twins. I mean because someone literally copy and pasted one pair of abs onto both of them. I mean, I get it, they're twins and they dress the same a lot, but this is taking twinning a wee bit too far. Either way, this Photoshop job was a fail and it got some buzz. None that really hurt them too much, but enough for them to realize that maybe they should steer clear of weird, rainy, wet t-shirt pictures. Close to the end of number 2, we have Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian has had so many Photoshop mishaps happen to her that it's kind of become a regular occurrence. No one really makes a big deal when something is a little off on her Instagram post anymore, but this one, oh boy. It has to be one of my favorite instances of getting caught up with the Photoshop. This little masterpiece I like to call Dude Where's My Car comes straight from Kim's Instagram when she attended the March for Our Lives protest. I absolutely love this picture, not because it's good or anything, but because like this smushed remnant of a car is just straight chilling in the background of the photo, while Kim's up there walking looking fabulous. People seem to think that the edit oopsie comes after smushing the image to make Kim look thinner. I want to believe that the car in the background was just always like that. Obviously the picture is kind of embarrassing because she was caught so blatantly using Photoshop, but I mean, it's Kim, and I don't really think she cares all that much after having so many other editing mishaps. Now in at number 1 we have John Mayer. So for this one we're bringing it back to 2014 because this one's just too good not to talk about. Singer-songwriter John Mayer was living it up with friend Ricky Van Veen when they decided to snap a selfie to commemorate the moment. As anyone would do, John does some touching up to the photo, but then he kept touching up. And on it went until John got a hold of that smoothing tool and just wouldn't let that thing go. Honestly, they look a little ooky spooky in that picture. Like if a pair of Ken dolls got plastic surgery. Their facial features were so smoothed out in this picture that you can barely even see their cheekbones and noses. Obviously this was a while ago and editing photos have come a long way since then, but come on, you gotta admit it's pretty funny. The fact that he didn't see anything wrong with this picture baffles me a little bit, cause they didn't even look human anymore.
In at 10, Kylie's butt. The Kardashians and Jenners are pretty well known for having perfectly round bums. But are these bums the result of copious squats, plastic surgery, or something else entirely? Here's a photo that Kylie posted with then beau Travis Scott at the premiere of his new film in Santa Monica. At first glance, everything looks lovely. But if you go and zoom into the car next to Kylie, it's definitely distorted to make Kylie's butt look a lot rounder. Honestly, I don't get why she does this. Kylie's gorgeous just the way she is. And she's the youngest billionaire ever. Everyone likes to think that if they had enough money, they wouldn't have a care in the world, but I guess even billionaires have to keep up appearances. At number 9, we got that time that Kim's arm went missing. Back in 2014, Kim was photographed with Jonathan Cheban on a boat in France. The caption was, "Fun night out in Cannes with my best friend." But upon closer inspection of the photo, it became apparent that Kim was missing her right arm. I mean, like, where is it? It's not there. Where did it go? Kim actually ended up editing the caption of this photo to say, where's my arm? So there was some speculation that this photo might not have been photoshopped. It could be just one of those weird optical illusions. Either that or maybe Kim or Shaban did something to the photo to make his waist look more thin. Maybe we'll never know, but it's fun to think about. In at 8, Kylie Jenner's Turks and Caicos photo. A 21-year-old Kylie posted this photo to Instagram next to her friend Anastasia that shows her sitting on a daybed. It was taken on a girls trip to Turks and Caicos to celebrate the launch of Kylie's skincare line. Everything looks beautiful, luxurious, and normal, right? Wrong! When fans zoomed into the photo, they saw something very, very wrong with the pillows on the daybed. Here's a photo that shows the Photoshop. The pillow to the left and right of Kylie's body is textured with lines that are not straight. This is because Kylie took in the size of her waist, which inevitably changed the shape of the pillow pixels. I mean, listen, we all look chubs when we sit down. I've got some hella rolls myself, okay? Listen, I just really wanted that cheeseburger. Just let me have it. I need my cheeseburgers. At lucky number 7, we got the Keeping Up with the Kardashians Sweet 16 promo photo. Now this photo is pretty famous and iconic, but not because the Kardashians look great in the photo. It's because of several obvious Photoshop fails. First, let's look at Kendall Jenner. It honestly doesn't even look like she was present for the photograph and was just like photoshopped in, like lying down. She's laying on a bunch of silk that doesn't seem to be affected by her body. Like, I know Kendall is skinny as f, but not skinny enough to not bend silk when she lays on it. Maybe she was busy and couldn't make it to the photo shoot, who knows, but it really doesn't look like she was there for this actual photo. Khloe Kardashian also looks very strange in this photo. I mean, like, where's the rest of her body? And don't even get me started on Kourtney's foot. Look at this. Notice anything weird? There's 6 toes. Maybe she actually does have 6 toes and this isn't Photoshop. But this isn't the only time the Kardashians were called out for feet Photoshop, which leads me to my next point. In at number 6 on our list, we got the time Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner's photographer gave them 6 toes. This photo was taken as a promotional image for their perfume collab. It's a pretty dope photo, not gonna lie. Huge fan of those one-legged bodysuits, eh? Sexy! Everything looks normal and fabulous until you look down at their feet, where they're each wearing open-toed sandals. I mean, listen, I see 6 little piggies on each of those feet and I've counted quite a few times. There are 12 little piggies in this photo. Kim and Kylie never addressed the claims that they photoshopped their feet, but I mean, why would anyone photoshop feet? I feel like that's weird, unless you have really ugly feet. Next up at 5, we're gonna time travel back to a time when Kim Kardashian and Blac Chyna were friends. Oh, shots fired. Here they are together in Kim's walk-in closet. Everything looking normal and bootylicious, right? Wrong, I say! When you take your eyes off their butts for 1 second and look to the left, you can see very obvious distortion of both the door, the carpet, and the tiles on the ground. Either Kim K's walk-in closet defies the laws of physics, or there's some serious photoshopping going on in this photo. Probably to make Kim's waist look thinner, who knows. In at 4, Kris Jenner's flat tummy fail. The whole Kardashian clan have done huge brand deals with scam companies like Flat Tummy Tea, a detox tea marketed to young women that's intended to reduce bloating and the size of your tummy. And also apparently it gives you explosive diarrhea. That's always fun. But a photo posted by momager Kris Jenner intended to show the effects of flat tummy tea was heavily edited and fans were quick to notice. I mean, look at that though. It's always easy to tell when something's been edited if the background is all wonky. The counter in this photo is totally distorted because the pixels were moved around in order to make Kris's arms look smaller. Her very flat tummy is also distorted. There's blurred pixels next to it. I mean, the whole point of this advertisement is for weight loss. Anyways, I digress. Let's move on. Next on our list at 3, we got the photo that actually forced Kim to disable comments on because the editing was so bad. The photo was posted with the intent to raise awareness for March for Our Lives, a protest to stop gun violence. But instead of people talking about an important topic like gun violence, all anyone could talk about was how bad the editing in this photo was. At first glance you see Kim K in a parking lot wearing her typical Yeezy-esque attire, and she's also wearing orange for the protest. But I mean, when you look at the rest of the photo, there's a heck of a lot wrong with it. Look at the sidewalk, bro. First of all, I mean, like, do they make curbs like that in LA? Because I'm pretty sure they don't. So to me, it kind of looks like she mirrored part of the photograph, because look at the car in the back. What is that? That's not a car, that's not a motorcycle. Here's the original photo taken by paparazzi, which wasn't taken on the day of the March of Our Lives event. Side by side you can clearly see that Kim edited out a scar on her right leg, and you can see the full Jeep in the background of the original photo. Kim likely mirrored part of the photo so it would fit better in her Instagram feed. She was too tall to fit in an entire photo. The photo is still up on Kim's account, but the comments are still disabled. Next up at 2, and this one is a doozy. We got the time Kris Jenner reposted a heavily edited photo where an original unedited photo could be seen on Gordon Ramsay's Instagram. All you had to do was just click on his profile and there it was. Gordon Ramsay posted this photo with the caption, "Great seeing you tonight, Kris Jenner. Can't wait to read the cookbook." Kris then posted another photo taken at the same time, not the same photo, but it was really badly edited. You can see the difference when you look at the photos side by side. She even took the time to edit Gordon Ramsay's wrinkles, but she didn't pick the photo of him with his eyes fully open. And at number 1 on our list, Kim Kardashian was once accused by her fans of photoshopping her daughter Northwest to look thinner. I will remind you guys that Northwest was 5 years old at the time. Back in 2019, the Instagram account Fake Girls Yeah posted a before and after of Kim with her kids. Here's the photo Kim posted. Really cute photo, and Kim looks amazing. It was taken by paparazzi during a Kardashian vacation in Bali. Now check out the original photo. You don't see much of a difference, but Northwest's tummy does look a lot flatter in the photo Kim posted. Now check out this gif. Yo, that's brutal. Needless to say, when people found out about this, they were pissed, dude. Photoshopping yourself is one thing, but photoshopping your child? It's insane that Kim Kardashian feels like she has to do this in order to keep up appearances, but that sends a pretty bad message to other children. Kim Kardashian shut down the claims that she photoshopped this picture, and instead she said that she accidentally posted the edited photo without realizing it had been edited. She supposedly took it from a fan account. Who knows what really happened? The photo of Khloe Kardashian that went viral earlier in 2020 that showed Khloe's new look caused a lot of debate online. A fan has now called out Khloe Kardashian on Twitter after finding the Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode that was filmed on the same day she took the viral photos. And yeah, it's a lot of Facetune. Khloe Kardashian posted a photo set to Instagram back in May of 2020. You probably remembered it, we covered it on this channel. It got a lot of people talking. She looked amazing in this photo set, but she also looked like a completely different person. Before Khloe managed to delete them, there were a ton of comments calling her out for how different she looked. Khloe even responded to a fan who asked her why she looked so different in every photo, to which she responded, "My weekly face transplant surgery." A fan on Twitter has actually found the episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that was shot on the same day that this photo set was taken. He posted a side-by-side photo to Twitter and it's gone viral. Here it is. Khloe is wearing the same shirt, she's got the same butterfly necklace, her hairstyle's the same. There is a 99.9999998% chance that this was taken on the same day. Remember when some of y'all were like, Khloe probably just got surgery and that's what she looks like? No, it's editing. I'm a professional, guys. I know editing when I see it. The craziest thing about this though is she actually looks amazing without the editing. She's so beautiful. I don't get it. But in a way I kinda do. It just sucks that someone who's as gorgeous as Khloe changes her appearance to this degree. What I was actually happy to see is the responses to this call out, which were less about bullying Khloe and more about empathizing with Khloe. I could not care less about the Kardashians, but I feel like this needs to be said. Y'all called Khloe ugly for years, compared her to her sisters, and made fun of her appearance since the beginning. But now she's trying to drastically change her appearance, y'all are shocked? Remember how mean everyone was to Khloe when she looked like her original self, calling her and Clozilla, or before they were super famous and when people would still mix the girls up, she was the ugly Kardashian. Everyone just imagine if that was you for 1 second. Next, okay, but the second picture also doesn't have the same lighting or anything. The Kardashians and every other celebrity figure use Facetune. Khloe is probably the most naturally gorgeous sister out of all of them, so I don't want to hear it. And lastly, she looks so hot in the second one anyway. I don't know why she would Photoshop herself so much. Some people still debated whether or not the photo on the left was photoshopped. The fact of the matter is lighting angles, posing, they make a huge difference. It's hard to compare videos and pictures because something as simple as holding your phone at eye level or just above eye level and pointing it downward will change your face shape. It'll make your eyes appear bigger because they're closer to the camera, it's gonna get rid of your jawline. But looking at the photo as opposed to the picture, something does look off, and that's because it isn't natural. When you look at a person who's had plastic surgery or a Photoshop picture, your brain can tell something is off because a face or body doesn't look or move the way it should naturally. To be honest, I do feel bad for Khloe and how much she's been hated on. Most public figures that place a lot of importance on image will make sure that every image looks perfect for the masses. It's always been that way, even with the case of like royal portraits, for example, photographs of famous figureheads. Stalin used photographs to strengthen his image, and he heavily doctored them to even change history, and also what he really looked like. Elizabeth I had rotten teeth and terrible skin from wearing lead white paint, and Cleopatra was remembered as one of the most beautiful queens that ever lived, yet historians now think that she was actually a lot more plain looking than how she's depicted. Image is very important, it's synonymous with power, which is why nowadays celebrities and mainstream figureheads are very particular about their online image.
The Kardashian and Jenner family have more or less made billions of dollars for being attractive and to some entertaining. Starting us off at number 10, we got the nail in the hair. I will say this one is a toughie. At first, it was very hard to notice, but there are some real detectives out there in the world of the internet, and it seems Kim wasn't safe this time around. I mean, she's never really safe, and I could probably make this top 10 list about her, or her team's editing fails, but that's no fun. Back to Kim's hair, I don't know if she was holding her hair up with her hands, or maybe a nail just chipped off and got stuck in there, but in one of her Instagram posts, it appears there's a nail and a part of a finger, maybe, in her hair. Normally, that'd all be grand, but given that both of Kim's hands were on the wall in front of her, well, no one is really sure whose hand was in Kim's hair. Given that her nails have the same scaly style as her hair, obviously it was her finger, but again, I don't understand what happened here. They liked the way her hair looked in one photo, so they photoshopped it over another photo in a different pose. Instagram, man, I genuinely don't understand it. And number 9, Khloe's necklace. Aside from influencer and whatever else the Kardashians are, I think we need to add a magician to Khloe's resume, as she somehow has the ability to make things disappear quite frequently. Back in May of 2020, Khloe posted a little selfie in which she appeared to look much darker than normal. Was it a spray tan? Was it a surgery? Nope. Simply just some photoshopping skills. Or mistakes. If you actually zoom into Khloe's neck, you'll notice part of her necklace is just missing. It's magic, folks, or like the Joker when he slams the guy's head into the pencil and goes, ah, it's magic. You guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? When the Joker goes to like a little like mob meeting and he puts the pencil down and he slams the guy's head in and then he's like, it's magic. Yeah, Dark Knight. Yeah. Khloe has a necklace hanging perfectly even though it's not fully clasped around her neck. Oh, so creepy. But in a later episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you can see the entire necklace, which means one of two things. Either Khloe was stirring up some magic or someone on her team made a boo-boo. I would say it's her wizardly skills, but it seems her skin appears to be less tan in the show as well, so I guess it was just the editing of the photo. Number 8, the 6 toes. I could have put this one at number 6, but here we are at number 8. It is what it is. Back in August 2019, Kim shared a photo beside her sister, Kylie, promoting her new fragrance while wearing a half-dressed looking thing where one leg is fully covered and the other is fully exposed. Generally don't understand fashion, but they make it look good, so let's roll with it. Apparently people weren't so focused on the strange dresses the women were wearing and instead pointed out something about Kim's toes. Now I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm actually not that surprised that people were looking at Kim's feet because that's definitely a thing, and I'm sure some got a little too excited when they got more than they originally hoped for. One of Kim's feet was showing that the reality star had a total of 6 toes, which was clearly an edit fail, prompting Kim to clear up any rumors and make an Instagram video showing her feet and toes. And I'm sure that made some people very happy as well. I mean, she's a businesswoman, but not a smart one, because she could have sold those feet pics for like thousands, maybe even tens of thousands. I don't know how much the feet pictures really go for, guys. I don't know. On the number 7, Funhouse. You guys know when you would go to the Funhouse at a state fair or carnival, you'd have all those like crazy rooms, like the topsy-turvy one where things appear to be sideways and you lose your balance, and then that spinning round thing that you gotta walk through. It's like a, I don't know what it is, but it spins and you gotta walk through it as it spins and you like fall down. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Sometimes the Funhouses have mirrors that distort your look. They make you appear very tall, very short, wide, thin. You guys get the idea. And back in January 2020, Kim and Kanye started the year off together, surprisingly, at a funhouse, or so it seems, as Kim posted this photo to her Instagram. In the photo, if you look toward the middle, it appears a little distorted, but the real giveaway is on Kim's right, where the mirror or door frame is completely out of shape. And obviously they weren't at a funhouse. This was just a really bad editing fail. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my dad humor. I'm not even a father yet. Golly gee! Can't wait to see what comes out of my mouth when I'm a dad. At number 6, Kourtney's bath. In March of 2019, Kourtney posted a photo of herself in the bath with bubbles covering all the non-Instagram friendly stuff. I know the photo itself itself looks great, it seems some fans were quick to point out, or at least express their concerns, over one of Kourtney's legs. More specifically, it appeared as though one of her legs were significantly longer than the other, as you can clearly see in the photo. Actually, you can't really see her entire leg, as her upper thigh has either been entirely removed, or her pose was just so immaculate that it was hidden. I'm gonna say we could chalk this one up as another Photoshop fail, but it seems Kourtney isn't the one getting caught as often as her sisters, which leads us to the halfway point on our list. At number 5, Kim's Skims scandal. Say that fast 5 times, I'm not going to. The brand itself originally faced backlash for being named Kimono, so they changed to Skims. And offering sizes for all women ranging from an extra small to a 5XL, it seems Kim wanted to be as inclusive and body positive as she possibly could. And that's all fantastic, but it seems when Kim posted her first photo featuring a handful of different women, herself included, some fans were quick to notice something that really defeats the purpose of the brand. With the idea of being natural and authentically yourself, you'd think the Kardashians, or their team, would think, maybe this one time let's just not edit the photo. Obviously that wasn't going to happen, but wishful thinking, right? Instead they decided to edit the picture, got caught, and then things got really weird. The page Fake Girls F Ya, they use the full F word, but I can't say that, was one of the first to notice the mishap, which may have a separate photo of Kim inserted with the other women. In a small gap between Kim's side and arm, you can see the model behind her has a part of her thigh missing, or so it appears. Talk about an editing fail. Yikes. On to number 4. Mole mole mole! If you guys have seen Austin Powers, you'll get it. Now, truth be told, I wouldn't have noticed this if a fan didn't point it out, but then again, I'm never really keeping up with the Kardashians. Eh? You see what I did there? Alright. But if you're a fan of Khloe, then you probably know she has a mole on one of her cheeks. Nothing wrong with that. I think certain birthmarks or moles or whatever you want to call it adds uniqueness. Makes you different. Different is good. Anyways, moving on. But in Khloe's books, it's not so good. Different. You gotta be the same, I guess. That's why she appeared to cover up her mole in a selfie, which had a lot of fans commenting about exactly that. However, this may have not been an editing fail as much as it was a makeup trick, as Khloe did respond to one comment defending her for the cover up, if that's even what you'd call it. The comment from a fan read, I quote, "I have 3 moles on mine, and the miracles of foundation and the laziness have taken it off with a Q-tip in those spots." To which Khloe replied with kissing emojis. So maybe she just wore makeup to cover it up. I'll be honest guys, I'm not really sure. I don't even fully know what foundation is, but the Kardashians tend to stick to their guns when called out or proven wrong, so really who knows if this was an editing fail or just a makeup trick. Either way, like, I don't know why you'd cover that up if, you know, you have tons of pictures with it. I don't know, but hey, to each their own. I'm not judging, kinda am, but I'm trying not to. I'm doing my best. Now number 3, True's birthday. To celebrate her baby daughter's first birthday, Khloe took to Instagram and posted some photos of True Thompson, her only child. Some of the photos showed True laying on Khloe's chest moments after birth, which is truly a beautiful sight. Like, life and birth is just, it's great. The issue here is even moments after giving birth, Khloe still felt it was important to look her very best. Or maybe it was Khloe's marketing team, because I genuinely don't think they as individuals, as in the Kardashians, really care as much as it seems online. Could be wrong, but I feel like, you know, they're human like us. They have their days where they don't care. Regardless, if you look at the photo of Khloe, who just gave birth, well, her face looks pretty damn good for someone who just pushed out another human being. Usually after pregnancy, your face is flushed or even a little pale. Maybe you're a little sweaty. I don't know, clearly haven't seen much birth firsthand. Point is, you don't look like you're ready for a night out, yet somehow Khloe does. On top of this, you can see the remote attached to the bed is slightly missing its blue outline and appears a little distorted. So that requires me to just say one thing, folks. Yikes. On to number 2, Kylie's vacation. I know she's a Jenner, but Kylie and Kendall both have so many Photoshop fails, I figured I'd include them both on this list. So Kylie here decided to post a photo from her vacation alongside her other model influencer friend Stacey. Now at first glance, you may notice both ladies' arms appear to be a little distorted, but the dead giveaway would be Stacey's thigh. Now although the edit appears to be done on Stacey, the photo was posted to Kylie's Instagram, so who knows ultimately why the editing decision was made. There was another photo on a couch where you can see the pattern on the pillow behind Kylie clearly distorted as well. I can make a top 10 Kylie and Kendall list on this for sure. And at number 1, we got Kendall Jenner. She's been caught so many times that there really isn't just one example, so her name is the number. There was her February 2021 slip up in which she was called out for Photoshop in a picture of her wearing that really small red bikini, in which, let's be real, she didn't have to Photoshop anything because she's already perfect. As we all are. We're all perfect in our own way, right? So I just want to let you guys know that. There's also that video glitch in which you could actually see her waist moving either from an edit or potentially being sucked in. My favorite though was the Taco Tuesday post in which Kendall clearly missed the warped edge of the pool, leading to her being called out by her fans and followers, and then deleting the picture and then posting it shortly after. But when she would re-upload it, the error was fixed.